Hello, boys and girls. Today is Friday, April 3rd. We have made it through our first official week of e-learning. I am so proud of you guys and the work that you have done and the work that we're going to continue to do. Okay, so I have a special story for today that I'm very excited about. So I'm going to share our screen, okay, so I can pull up the story and then we'll work on our writing for our characters and our setting, okay? All right, so let's make this bigger. And today's book actually is going to be a level G book, okay? All right, we are gonna read about the camel and the pig. All right, The Camel and the Pig, a fable from India, retold by Anthony Karan, illustrated by Linda Silvestri. A camel and a pig met on a road. "You are very tall," said the pig to the camel. "You are very short," said the camel to the pig. "Being tall is the best," laughed the camel. Ha, 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 ha. "Being short is the best," laughed the pig. Ha, 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 ha. "I'll bet you my hump it's better to be tall," said the camel. Mm. "I'll bet you my curly tail it's better to be short," said the pig. What do we think so far of the camel and the pig? Do they seem like they're good friends, or do they seem like they're in some sort of, I don't know, competition with each other? Let's keep reading. The camel and the pig walked along the road together. Soon they became very hungry. The road passed a garden full of vegetables. A wall around the garden kept everyone outside. The gate in the wall was locked. I bet they want some of those vegetables. "Watch this," said the camel. She reached her long neck right over the wall and began to eat. "I told you it was better to be tall," she laughed. Ha, ha, ha. "Watch this," said the pig, and he squeezed his short body right under the gate and began to eat. "I told you it was better to be short," he laughed. Ha, 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 ha. Wait a minute, aren't they both eating? I don't know. Let's keep going. The camel kept her hump, and the pig kept his curly tail. Sometimes it's good to be tall, and sometimes it's good to be short. Ah. So, did it really matter, boys and girls, that the camel was tall and that the pig was short? No, they both managed to get some veggies, eat, and then continue on their way. All right. I really like that story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, as I start to, I'm going to close this screen out. Just give me a second. Okay. And then we're going to open up our other screen, our whiteboard. Okay. So, for our journal today, let me get our lines. So, I want you to set your paper into 4 squares, right? And you can either do that by folding the paper in half and then folding it in half again, or you can draw 4 lines on it, okay? Just so that we have 4 sections. Then we're always going to start with our very first line. Let me move this out of the way so you guys can see. And our first sentence is what? "I read a book called," and this book was "The Camel and the Pig." Now, because it's a story, do you remember those little things we're going to put up there because it's the title of the book? The quotations. The camel and the pig. End of quotations, and we put our period. Now, the next thing is you tell me, right, whether you like the book or not. So Boys and girls, you know that I like this book, but I liked it because I thought it was cute, but it was also the pictures in the book. It was really descriptive. I liked the vibrant colors that the illustrator did in this book. Okay. I liked this book because why did I like it? Because the pictures were very colorful, right? That's why I liked it. So I want you to tell me why you liked the book. Now, as always, maybe you didn't like the book, and you know that's okay, but you got to tell me why. So I did not like the book because, and then you tell me why, okay? All right. So then, if you remember throughout this week, right, on Monday and Tuesday, we kind of focused on characters and describing a certain character in a story. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we focused on the setting a little bit, meaning where does the story take place? So today, I want to do both of those things. I wanted to fill one box with our character and one box with the setting. So I will let you guys pick which character you want to describe. As an example, I'm going to describe the pig. Okay. So we write our heading, character, and then I'm going to put a sentence in mine that says something like, I liked the pig. Capital I for the beginning of my sentence, and then a period at the end. And then let's list who is the pig? What does the pig look like? How do we describe this character? We know he's a pig, but what else? Was he pink? Yes. He was a boy because in the text, when we were reading it, it would say he laughed for the pig, right? So he was pink, he was a boy. What's another describing word that we learned in the text? Was the pig tall or was the pig short? The pig was short, right? So right there are three character traits for the pig. He was pink, he was a boy, and he was short, okay? So if you want to pick the pig, you can use some of those, but you need to come up with at least two more that are yours. Or you could pick the camel and describe the camel and describe her character traits, all right? Oh, and Miss Pikes has to fix this character. Sorry. All right. Then over here, we're going to do the setting. And so the setting is, where does the story take place? Now, one place that we know it took place, because we read it in the beginning, you might not have remembered this though, but it was taking place in a country called India, right? It said this was a fable from it was retold from an Indian fable. So we do know that it was in a country called India. But when we think past that, where do you think they were, right? Were they in a big city? Were they in a country setting? Were they on a farm? Were they on a road? All right, you can pause and you can go back in the video. I want you to look at the pictures in the book to help you describe the setting, okay? That I want you to do. All right, so here's a spot where you can pause if you want, get this information down, and then you'll restart the video. I'm going to clear this out because we're going to move over to our writing journal, okay? So let me erase, doop, doop, doop. Let's get rid of our lines. And now we've got a clear blank canvas for our writing. So I know that from looking at the first grade menu, right, you guys are doing a labeling activity today for writing, okay? So I think it's important when we're doing journals to always put the date, because then you get to remember when you actually did things, right? So we're gonna say today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020, and put a period, okay? Now, If you remember yesterday, I'm going to try to duplicate this. We will see what happens, okay? So I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Remember, I had the tiger yesterday, right? And I had the lion. Those were my two animals. So when we talk about labeling, what does that mean, right? How do you label your animal? Hey, this isn't turning out so bad. This is my little, there we go. There's the tiger. Okay. So, as an example, when we're talking about labeling, let's give them a nose and some whiskers. I know you guys can do a better picture than this. Okay, so what are the parts of the tiger that we see, right? So let's take a look here. Right here, this is a tail. You know what? I'm going to do. For this, I'll do a text box because that'll be easier to see, right? So here's the tiger's tail. Where's another part of the tiger that I could label? What's this? Yeah, we could put a text box here, and these are his legs, okay? Let me We'll put a line. That's a really big line. Let's put a smaller line there. Okay. So there are his legs. Can you guys find maybe one other part of the tiger that I could label? What about his ears? Okay. So we'll draw a line there, then we'll add the text box in, and there it says ears. So there's other areas of the tiger that I could label, right? These are his black stripes, his nose, his whiskers, his eyes. And then I would do the same thing when I draw my lion. So I want you guys to look back at your two animals that you did yesterday and then set up a model like this so that you can label them, okay? Then take a picture, send it to me, send it to Miss Papuzzi, send it to Miss Boger. We want to see it, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. There we go. And I want you guys to have a fantastic weekend, okay? I think it's going to be a little bit warmer this weekend. Hopefully you can go out with mom and dad, at least play in the yard for a moment, play on the sidewalk, ride the bike, go for a walk, something relaxing that you could do as a family. I will not see you on Monday. Monday is going to be a institute day for the teachers so that we can keep planning, okay? So I'll be back with a video on Tuesday, and I'll see you guys next week. All right. Have a good weekend. Bye.